If your floor polish turns milky, loses shine, peels, or never dries properly, you didn't fail. You followed the wrong system. Now, see, every December, people rush into floor polish production, but Harmattan expose bad formula, fast milky finish, weak shines, and customer complaints. Not just the Harmattan, even in every other season. Now, today I will show you the real factory system and step by step on how to achieve a proper clear acrylic floor polish. Hi, I am Coach Glina. I train manufacturers, not guessers. This system is used in real factory simplified for you. Now, clear acrylic floor polish is a maintenance coating, not epoxy. It protects, shine and reduce wears on tiles, marble floor, concrete floor and PVC. And if you treat it like a paint, it will fail. Here is why most people fail. 1. The wrong acrylic type, too much wax, poor mixing order, and no preservative control. And the biggest mistake is skipping the production orders. This is the basic factory grade clear acrylic floor polish. Now, we're going to be listing out the chemicals for us to have a proper measurement for each chemicals you're going to be using for our production. So the first chemical is your soft acrylic emulsion, which is 7 liters, polymer wax 1.2 liters, surfactant 100 ml, defoamer 50 ml, and of course preservative 30 ml, and clean water to top up to the total amount of 20 liters, because we're going to be producing 20 liters. Most of you might want to produce 5 liters or 10 liters. Just make sure to divide this chemical into two if it's for 10 liters, and if you want to produce 5 liters, make sure to divide these chemicals into 4. You understand? Now let's move over to the step-by-step production process. So the first step is the water phase. You understand? So you have to add your 10 liters of clean water into your mixing drum or your mixing tank. You understand? And now the second step is the adding of the acrylic slowly. Remember I said so many producers or a lot of people out there usually get this process wrong, and that's what leads to a bad acrylic clear polish floor. You understand? So now the second step is adding your acrylic emulsion slowly. So slowly add the soft acrylic emulsion while stirring gently. Slowly add. You understand? So never dump it in. This is where the meekness starts. See, if you dump your acrylic inside this production process, it leads to the milkish outcome of your acrylic floor polish system. You understand? So when you slowly incorporate your acrylic, it dissolves properly, leading to a total softy, more shining finishes. I don't know if I'm making sense, if you're understanding what I'm saying, but to just get it right, as you pour in your acrylic, you stir slowly. Step 3, you add the polymer wax. So now add your polymer wax and mix until the production is uniformly. That's to say, the chemicals have all blended together. You see, wax gives this shining total finishing outcome, and too much kills adoration. So that is why I had to list out the proper chemical measurement for some persons not to go add more wax because you think you want your clear acrylic floor polish to be shiny. No, you have to make sure you add the right chemical proportion. You understand? So now the step 4 is the surfactant plus the defoamer. You see, one thing that leads to too many bad production when it comes to paint, floor paint, polish, whatever chemical production you are producing, is failure to know the right chemical to add at each given time. You see, most of the times people add this chemical wrongly, and then you ask, what am I doing wrong? So this is what you are doing wrong. You need to know each given step, the right chemical to add to enable those chemical mix properly and interfere very well without causing harmfulness at the end stage production. Leads to spoilage, leads to so many disaster. That is why at the end of the day, after producing, you ask yourself, but I follow the instruction, I use the right measurement, what is happening? Hope I'm making sense. So, like I said, now you add your surfactant and you stir. After that, you add your deformer. You see, surfactant equals to flow, and then your deformer equals to clarity and reduction of the bubbles. So the step 5 is the preservative. Of course, we all know that we cannot do without preservation. You understand? So at this stage, you add your preservative last to protect against bacteria and spoilage. You understand? So the step 6 is to top up with water, because after the production, you see that you're not getting to the normal measurement of the production you want. You understand? So you have to adjust with the clean water to the exact 20 liters. Remember what I said in the beginning of this video. This is 20 liters production of clear acrylic floor polish. And if you want to produce 10 liters, that means you're going to be dividing the chemicals into two. So if you want to produce 5 liters, that means you're going to be dividing these chemicals into 5. Of course, after adding the preservative, we now have to mix this chemical for 10 minutes. Then you filter and you package. It's not necessarily for those of us that are going to be filtering. It's very easy. You just get a fine mesh cloth to filter. You understand? So this is the difference between cloudy polish nobody buys and the clear glossy polish that sell itself. One system wastes money, the other builds a business. I hope you understand what I mean. That is to say, if you get the formulation rightfully, you are actually building your business than wastage of money, and of course wasting your customers' time. As my birthday gift to you, this is just a test. If you want the advanced floor polish system, high gloss, industrial matte, self-leaving, and how to sell them, then join the Paint Entrepreneur Group and get my formula training plus the e-book. Stop guessing and start manufacturing like an expert and also a professional. Of course, the link is going to be in the description. And of course, I'm going to see you inside the class. And once again, thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas and a prosperous new year. Bye for now.